Alright, here with our first match with Quint combo. Alright, yeah, sand is fine. Keep. Alright, so doesn't add anything to what we're doing. So we're up against most likely Devotion, I would presume. Oh, good grief. One of the downsides of the Surveillance, but at the same time, it would be cards we'd draw anyway, so we're losing game one. Get a red source. Alright, so don't have a whole lot of sideboard for this matchup anyway. I'm using these in if we deck bedazzle. This is a matchup that I would normally consider pretty reasonable, but it isn't ideal, but at least so that's 3 types, that's 4 types. We can at least slow their mana development down. I don't have any blue mana, so slow them down. I wish I could slow them down. Yep. Okay. I will happily top that, although it really doesn't matter because I should have spined Armadillo'd first. Sure. Go ahead and pass. This matchup would have been, I'm sure, a lot more difficult back when Karn was part of the equation. But now that Karn isn't, it's just kind of which one of your derp decks does the derp thing derping more, so. Yep. Spark double, trigger. Spark double. Alright. Now we gotta win a game on the draw. Okay. This hand is unfortunately a mulligan because of these two. So. This hand literally doesn't do anything. This hand, put back Quint. And try putting Carnosaur. Mm-hmm. We need to draw lands, not more interaction. Okay. Another dork. Okay. Mm-hmm. That's going to be a problem. Yeah, I don't honestly know how we win. We need another Leyline binding, like, immediately. They're just gonna rip out the combo pieces now. Mm-hmm. Maybe we'll get lucky in the lame Quint instead of whatchamacallit. Spark double. Nope, they know what they're doing. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I guess the nice part is our opponent didn't hit really anything of relevance here, so... Yeah, gonna be hard to beat Storm the Festival. Mm-hmm. Alright. Unfortunately, we stumbled game 1, and then game 3 they had the Storm the Festival. Alright, we're here for match number 2. So we're up against a companion deck. Against a Urion deck. Probably blue-white or any of that nonsense. Mulligan, because we don't have any of the combo. Second has the combo. Perfect to put back Spark Double. So... opponent's mulliganing to 5. Don't know if we're up against blue-white, Niv. Still could be. I guess it's probably not blue-white, but... could be Fires, could be Niv. I guess we'll find out in a minute. Pass. If we get extraction, then we know we're probably screwed this match. Yep, okay, Niv confirmed. Problem is if they have BTL and they have an extraction effect main deck here, we're probably dead. Presuming they name like Spark Double or whatever. Pillars of the Bog, sure. Interesting that they main phase that. Don't think there's anything I play around with. Pillage the Bog main. Guess I could always check in these decks. 6. Pioneer. Niv to light. Nothing for one color. Was unfortunate, but I still think we have enough juice to kill them here, so. White, red, blah, 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 blah. Alright, that's nice. They're gonna have damping spheres, possibly extractions, effects. Probably want these. And a couple shark typhoons maybe. Go down for Bedeck Bedazzle because there's really not a whole lot early to kill out of them. So yeah, we'll keep this one. It's a little bit on the slower side, but I would like swamp. I don't think it really serves the purpose that we need it to here, so. Interesting. So I guess we're getting hit by Soul Search. High value, one or less, create a 1. Okay, sure. Took the ramp spell. Interesting. Oh, for frick's sake. No thanks. Not that I don't expect the... All right. Yeah, sounds fun. Problem is our opponent can mulligan to very specific hands and just neuter us, basically, so... Keep that up top. It's basically a guaranteed third land, so... Sure. grabbing blue, I guess. Really draw an untapped land ideally before we get extracted. Yeah, we gotta play on. Question is, do they name Quint or do they name Spark Double? Here we go. Mm-hmm. I guess here comes Nibby Claws. Mm-hmm. Alright, we have a 4-outer to win the game. Ish. Three, four, five, six. Alright, well that was fun. Alright, we're up for match number 3. So hand does nothing. Hand also does nothing. Keep it, put back that. Boop, 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 boop. Opponent gets nothing. Yep, vampires, sure. Probably should have actually pitched that. Oh well. Especially if our opponent has the combo. Bloop. Fiend of Dross. Cool. Okay. Taking a hit for 8. I'm going to take a hit for 8. Okay, that hits me for 5. I think that means I'm dead regardless, unless I top deck Quint. All right. Definitely want these three in. Don't think we bring in the rest of the cards. Because you're just not winning a conventional game against vampires. Keep it, but this hand is mid at best. Turn one Thoughtseize, shocker. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Definitely top decking another way to combo. Interesting choice. Sure. Really the only two choices. I presume you take Carnosaur here. Yeah. Oh, they're gonna... Sure. Why would you take Spark Double there? Makes absolutely no sense. So what color? Green, black, blue, red, white. Okay, it's just Priest of the Schism. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Alright, nice to pick up a win. Don't like Armadillo as much in this matchup as I do Herd Migration. So yeah, we're keeping this hand even though it's very mid. Turn one Thoughtseize. Okay, I get a Leyline binding, sure. Not the best card to keep, but at least it's interaction, right? Yeah, that's kind of whatever. Go ahead. Please don't have the combo. Mm-hmm. Of course they do. At least we gotta give ourselves the out, right? I don't think we're dead this turn. 6, 7, 10. I think 10's the maximum we can get hit with this turn. That said, if they have like Bitter Triumph or something, we are 100% dead, so. Fable? Sure. Alright, not the best of showings so far. Right, back for match number 4 against the Giganta deck. Can't keep the one lander. Not a huge fan of this hand, but we'll keep it. I'm guessing we're up against some type of aggressive deck, so. At this point, looking for ramp, or definitely not looking for that because we're not lasting until turn 5. Favorite Hoplite. Currently costs Mm-hmm. Okay. This currently costs what? It's all the same colors that we currently have, so let's just go ahead and main phase it. Yep. This for one. Okay, so green, that. Cast Fertile Footsteps. Pick up the swamp, I guess. Go ahead and main phase, kill this. Can our opponent kill from here? I don't think so. No, our opponent had all the creatures, they just didn't have all the mana. GG. Alright, this is the point where we bring in all the interaction. Go down all the armadillos. And go down to Nikki. Even though we have the combo, can I risk this hand? I don't think so, not on the draw. Like, we can't cast Bedeck Bedazzle. We need a third land for... Yeah, I think it's just too risky. We'll try it. This hand isn't the best, that's for sure. Go to the graveyard. So if they have multiple lands, we're probably dead this game. Is there any card? I guess Leyline Binding would be our best draw here. I mean, very good chance we're just dead before we do anything, because this looks like a worse turn 4 kill for them on the play. That's just good enough. So that's us for... oh, crap. 6, 10. Could very well be lethal. 3, 6. Yeah, I think this is lethal. Gotta love the old turn 3 kills. Okay. We'll try it. The sand's a little on the tanking side, but very much telegraphing that we have a kill spell, but was dumb. I should have done something in response. We're dead either which way, so let's at least try to interact. Alright, clean sweep for today's matches. So, alright, we're back with a quick wrap with our qualifying attempt for Mana Traders event for the month. So, could certainly sit here and talk about how we didn't run particularly well. You know, we ran into Stonebrain, Unmortigo against Niv. We got a little bit unfortunate against Vampires, but that happens sometimes. And then Heroic's just a tricky matchup even on the best of days. So, that is one of the things about Quint is Quint can be very streaky just because of the inherent inconsistency of the deck. Like on one hand, when you're playing against a bunch of, you know, extraction effects, thought seizes, you want Garuda, but then when you're facing a meta full of Amalias, Prowess decks, Heroic decks, Burn, etc., you really want the kind of lower to the ground interactive deck. So a little bit wider range of matchups in Pioneer than Explorer, obviously. I don't know. Was kind of disappointing after a couple pretty good weeks in Explorer with a deck, but it happens sometimes. This deck can be very streaky. I mean, this is basically almost card for card what we ran in Explorer, other than The 2 Mirror Shell Crabs were Dromokas, which we didn't bring in because I'm really only a huge fan of Dromoka against Blue-White Control and Spirits S decks anymore. I honestly think Thought Distortion's better in a lot of, Blue-White X and Lotus Field combo. Spinewood Armadillo. I know this is kind of the latest tech. It has positives and negatives. So, specifically the Vampires or Rakdos mid-range matchup, or potentially Mono Black, Duress is one of the cards they like to lean on, which, well, Duress hits Quint, it does not hit Trumpet and Carnosaur, either of our ramp spells. It does hit Herd Migration, however, it does not hit Spikewood's Armadillo. They effectively have the same text. Pay 1 and a green, discard, go find a basic land for your deck, gain 3 life. Their upside, as far as what they're casting, you're either getting a 6 or a 7/7 Ward 3 creature with reach, or you're getting 5/3, generally 5/3/3, whatever the tokens are. I think elephants or something. But I don't know that there's an appreciable difference. There are some upsides. You're not leaving many copies of this card in that matchup anyway, but it does have the plus side of kind of blinking Duress sometimes if you don't have Quint in your hand specifically, or removal spells that they care about. So there is some upside to it I can see. Have to test this in Herd Migration more to see, very minute details. As far as the Tri-lands versus the Surveillance, still not sold one way or another. Now the Surveillance, unlike the Scrylands, don't have the advantage of putting them on the bottom of your library, especially if it's like a Spark Double or a Release to the Winds. You really don't want to be binning those. But drawing them would be terrible as well. So, if the Surveillance were Scrylands that just literally scryed instead of putting them in the graveyard, it'd probably be fine. But it does add to your domain count for Leyline Binding, for Herd Migration. So I'm fine with those. Not really sold which version is better, but I do think that's like the two things like to test if you're going to run like a similar shell to this. Surveillance versus the Tri-lands, and Armadillo versus Herd Migration. That's the one thing with Quint, is Quint doesn't really have a whole lot of flexibility slots. So you're kind of like really don't really make a ton of decisions other than what you're putting in your sideboard and how you're building your mana base, basically. Might be time to bring some amount of Garuda back. Maybe that's just me talking because of extraction effects, not something I usually face on Explorer because mono green's almost non-existent and Niv isn't up to speed yet because it doesn't have Bring to Light. So, what a format. So, anyways, if you like Pioneer content, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Hope to see you for the next video.